I might not work in material sciences like Trevor does, but I can
I
get a
get no
math
respect.
question every now and
Don't
then.
don't mention one of the trigger words. You're going to set him off. Question number one. One no Trump might sound like a good start to a new list of US laws, but it's also a possible bid in what game that involves a dummy, rubbers, and playing with your partner across from you. Now, while the two of you think about that, let me say to everybody else, hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Evil Trivia podcast. My name is Leo. I'm your host today, joined by Trevor and Graham. Please do play along with us as you listen. But for this week's round and many more, head over to patreon.com/evil trivia, where you can test yourself, your friends, and your enemies with the best questions from our bar trivia nights in New York City. Just like round one at the bar, this is a hidden theme round. One or more words in every answer are connected by a hidden theme, which Graham and Trevor will try to figure out as they progress through the round. Speaking of which, fellas, were you able to come up with an answer?
To me, I don't know the exact answer, but to me, it sounds like a trick taking, like a bridge or a hearts or something. I don't know which one. Um, but I remember a few years ago, Leo came over to my apartment and he taught us all of the games in a row, which was very fun. But it had the effect that I don't remember anything specific about any single one of them.
They all
It
just
does sound
blur
like one of
together
those.
in your
Yeah,
memory. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it does sound like one of those games to me.
I
I don't know
agree.
about dummy.
It's definitely it's I can tell you which one it is. I probably even might be able to play a round or two, but is it bridge or is it like canasta? I'm trying to remember which is the one that's very famous in the Midwest, where they play with the partners across from them.
It sounds like a bridge.
I think it's
Is
probably bridge.
Leo, question, is the one part of the question, or is the question one?
One is part of the question. So the question is, one no Trump sounds,
Got
and
it.
that's hence the pun about,
I see. I
one
see. I
no
Hmm
see.
Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, because like in those games, you're trying to like, you know, I'm not actually gonna even try, but you're trying to like put cards out that like fit certain rules, and I'll probably stop talking now because I don't actually remember how to play any of these games.
Graham, when has not knowing something ever stopped you from talking about it, though?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Well,
I guess
which
the
is true for all three of us. Let's be clear here. That's true for all three of us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
I
Well,
think
it
we'll need to
sounds
move on. Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like you guys have some ideas. So put a
hmm
pin in that. We'll come back to it. Let's move you on to question number two. The military award, the Dickin Medal, bears the words "for gallantry" and "we also serve." The first recipient in 1943 was White Vision, who, along with 31 other recipients, was a what?
Ooh,
Let me
interesting.
know if you'd like that again.
White vision.
I mean, trying to think of like through military medals. Yeah, we'll take it again.
Mhm.
Okay. The military award, the Dickin Medal, bears the words "for gallantry" and "we also serve." First recipient in 1943 was White Vision, who, along with 31 other later recipients, was a what?
I mean, to me, do you have an idea, Trevor?
My thought here, I'm thinking about this name. My thought here, but gallantry is kind of throwing it off. It is that it's a military award specific to a group of people who serve uh in special corps. For example, White Vision kind of speaks to me like it's a Native American group,
I
like
was
it's
thinking Native Americans. Yeah, maybe like
yeah.
the group that comes to mind is like the Tuskegee
hmm
Airmen or something. But I don't know. I mean, like I'm thinking this is World War II. It's a specific
hmm
group of 32 people. White Vision, I'm not 100% sure, but
I
yeah,
know.
you're right. It sounds like Native American was the first thing that came to mind to me.
Hmm.
But nothing super specific to me is coming to mind.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna write down on our notes. All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Question number 3. Siddhartha Gautama was enlightened underneath one. Odysseus clung onto one to escape Charybdis. Sylvia Plath visualized her life as one, full of possible futures. What specific thing am I describing?
So the broad answer is it's a tree. The
Let's think.
first one, Siddhartha, that's the Buddha, becomes enlightened under a tree. Odysseus clings to the tree to escape Charybdis. Who was the third person?
Sylvia Plath.
Sylvia Plath.
Sylvia Plath. That one I'm not as familiar with, but I could see where it's going with. Is it, I mean, what specific thing?
I mean,
Is it a,
I think tree is right. Tree is right,
mhm,
I think, but like it's specific type of tree,
I know.
like an olive tree or like a fig tree, maybe fig tree. Siddhartha. That
Buddha's
sounds.
tree was like a major tree.
No, yeah. No.
Let's think about that. But yeah, it's definitely tree. It's definitely a tree of some sort. Of it needs to be a specific tree. We might have to dig around a little bit.
All right.
Okay, on we go to question number 4. Bill Russell was a St. Louis Hawk. Vince Carter was a New Jersey Net. But what was Wilt Chamberlain before moving with his franchise to the West Coast in 1962?
So these are I have an idea here. Will played in Philadelphia, and the big question is back then, was it the Philadelphia Warriors? I mean, the franchise that moved to the West Coast in 1962 to Oakland was the Warriors. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Um, but I always thought Wilt was a Sixer. Maybe that's just me being a Sixers fan. I think I'll say Philadelphia Warriors. I feel more than a coin flip of confidence about that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I and I'm offering my suggestion because I know Trevor has absolutely no fucking idea.
It everything doesn't need to be balanced. Those are
Did
all
you?
s- those are all sports teams. I know that for certain.
It's good. It's a
I think
It's
it's
a
the Warriors.
real difference in knowledge. I saw the look on Trevor's face that he was like, "Graham better have this one."
We say Wilt
Vince Carter
Chamberlain, and I'm
was
like, come
Aaron
on.
Carter's cousin, right?
So stupid. I love it.
Okay, well, you've got a guess in for that one. Let's move on to
Yeah.
question number 5. This one's just a tiny bit longer, so bear with me.
Mhm.
In the music video for Childish Gambino's This Is America, Gambino shoots a man in the head while posing like a caricature of a certain persona. This persona was popularized in minstrel shows, but the name became more famously associated with a part of history largely ended by the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Name the persona.
Huh.
Man, I can picture it perfectly. Great music video. Love
Great
Childish
music video.
Gambino. Love Donald Glover. What what
Yeah.
is the persona? It's such an exaggerated pose.
Yeah, yeah, very, very
I'm
distinctively
trying I'm
exaggerated.
trying to think of like uh dream songs or whatever that book is with like references all the minstrel shows, but I can't remember the name of the character in it. I don't know if that's the character that's even referenced in this music video. Um, Gosh, I should know this. I'm looking at the book on my shelf right now. I didn't actually finish it, but um,
Wow,
mm,
that's disappointing. You're not a real ally.
Fun fact is Succession used that book for a lot of their episode titles.
Oh, really? Why?
Poetry in that book. I don't know. You should ask someone who's actually finished it.
Okay. Or someone who works on Succession.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't have a very strong guess for this one, Trevor.
Yeah, I don't have a strong guess for this one. I have a thought about the hidden theme, but I think I want to hear another question before I launch it out there. And it may bring us back. Yeah.
I just interrupted you, but I'm reading through this one again. This has got to be Jim Crow. Jim Crow era.
Okay.
It's got to be Jim Crow.
That fits with my hidden theme guess, I think.
Oh, you have a guess?
I do. I have a guess. Are we ready? Are we ready for guess?
I will say that we're only 5 questions in. This might be the quickest guess at a theme, if you're correct, that we've had on the podcast so far.
I feel pretty good about it. If we think we're ready for me to throw a guess out there, I think
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you whether you're right or wrong until the end of the round.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Okay.
So for Graham, Leo, earmuffs, people at home, earmuffs, I think these are all yoga poses. We have bridge, we have tree, we have crow, we have warrior. I don't know.
So funny. I went to yoga this morning. I should get this, but you're definitely right.
I think these are yoga poses. Let's hear what else we have. What do you got for number 2?
I think I know what number 2 is, and I'm gonna cringe when I have to go back and listen to myself say what I said for this, because number 2 is carrier pigeons. They're definitely pigeons.
Oh my gosh!
Because I remember this story. We were like, yeah, Native Americans, maybe white vision.
Oh no, white vision.
It's pigeons. They're definitely pigeons.
It's pigeons. It was.
I think I said the Tuskegee Airmen. Oh Jesus! I'm just gonna cut out my overt racism.
Gallantry was like.
You are not allowed to edit that out.
I'm definitely editing out. Hey, who controls the keys to the castle here?
Who watches the watcher? Who edits the editor? Oh no!
Oh my God! All right. So wait. So we have bridge, pigeon, tree,
warrior.
Leo, do you need a specific type of tree?
I mean, for the theme, clearly tree is the only thing you need, but I am looking for a specific type of tree that it's the same type of tree that covers all those 3 things.
Yeah.
So I would argue, and we can discuss this, but I would argue that if we use this question in trivia, that tree is worth half a point only.
Okay. All right.
Let's come back.
We'll come back to it. But I think we have everything up to that was number 5.
That was number 5. Yeah.
Okay. I feel pretty good about this. Hey, come on! We finally Trevor and I finally look smart after doing this like 8 times.
I need to write harder questions, apparently. Okay, question 6. At up to 19.2 feet, what is the longest species of venomous snake?
I have a guess.
Give us your guess.
I'm just thinking about yoga poses now. Cobra?
Yeah.
Isn't Cobra the one where you like go up on your,
yes.
It's kind of hard to like show it on the screen, but
move the camera. Let's see it.
Yeah.
We would do this in the bar.
I do have a yoga mat right here. I could.
The second half of this podcast is me just saying poses and you have to do them. That's all it's going to be.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I feel good about Cobra. Yeah. Do you need a specific species?
I was gonna say I would throw down.
I would give Cobra by itself half a point.
Ooh, damn it. All right, then I'm gonna say King Cobra.
All right, I'm gonna say Queen Cobra.
Yes.
Okay, question number 7. 14641 is the 5th row of what?
14641. Ooh, interesting.
641. So I should have put this one earlier. Interesting. I put this one later on because I was like, this is too easy. This one, but it just shows what we each of the three of us will have different gauges. Some of the other ones I thought were harder, and then you guys found them so easy.
It's like, is it like Pascal's triangle? Not Pascal's triangle. Like, is it like it's
Right?
not
Is it
like bowling
math?
pins. Is it mathy?
Are you asking? I mean, do you want me to tell
I'm not
you
asking
anything?
you.
No,
I'm not asking
no.
you. I'm asking Trevor. I'm asking my ally here. You are the end. You
I
are
am
the
not your friend.
antagonist of
I
this
am
episode.
absolutely
My
well,
other
not just this
pigeon in the
episode.
trenches. Oh my
Oh,
God, pigeon.
1, 4, 6, 4, 1. It's one of those things that, like, after we do this question, I'm just gonna see it everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
confirmation bias.
Bader Meinhof.
Right,
Okay.
right, right.
14641. Is it a musical thing? Like, is it an arrangement of notes or
No. No,
no?
no.
One, four,
We'll come back to. Let's
six,
come back
four.
to it,
Yeah,
and
let's come back
then
to
we're
it.
gonna do the game where we
Gonna need
list
to
a
go
bunch of
over.
yoga
Yeah,
poses, and
yoga
we.
poses. Okay.
Question number 8. Nelumbo nucifera might be the species referred to by the title of what TV show in which only one actor has appeared across all 3 seasons?
Nelumbo nucifera.
Nucifera is interesting. I feel like I've seen that before. Uh, Only one actor has appeared across all 3 seasons.
3 seasons.
Maybe it's like everybody else is animated or something, and like only one actor is in it.
Okay, coming back to poses, and this is going to be such an unfortunate demonstration of how trivia works. If we don't know anything about the question, but we get the answer because of the hidden theme alone, is it White Lotus? I don't know enough about the show, but I believe Lotus is a yoga pose.
Oh, yeah.
And my
Yeah.
understanding from White Lotus is that all the seasons kind of go in different directions, and they have I don't know enough about it. If Graham, if you know more about the show, does that seem like a description of the show?
Yeah, I think that's right, but I'm trying to think of what actor has been across all 3 seasons. I think it might be I haven't seen the first 2 seasons. I jumped in at season 3.
That
Hmm.
Yeah,
surprises me.
it was a bit bizarre, but I think it's the um like Jennifer Coolidge's like husband or like ex-husband, I think, is in
Hmm.
all 3 seasons. Because I think, well, I don't want to spoil it, but
Don't spoil it.
I think he is like the antagonist in the second season and shows up randomly in the third season. Which is in Thailand.
Mm.
I think, but I do think that I do think White Lotus is right.
All right.
So we're missing a
Well,
specific.
I will say that there's a slight asterisk here, which is that I actually ended up writing 9 questions for this round because
Ooh, okay.
Oh
there were
no.
there were so many options for the theme, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know like which way we were going to go, how easily you guys were going to get it. Of course, I should have known that 2, agile, flexible, strong men like yourselves are obviously yoga
When I go to yoga
aficionados.
and they say forward fold, put your palms to the ground, I don't I like I'm standing up basically. I can't even get close.
My favorite pose, side note, is corpse pose, which is just the one
Yeah.
where you lie on the floor at the end.
I love corpse pose. At the end of yoga, it's just like adult structured nap time, and then everybody gets to lie down in a hot room.
Structured.
It's
So
great.
I'm going to throw in a 9th question here, just for the sake
Bonus
of it.
question. Mm-hmm.
Bonus question. Here we go. Again, slightly longer one, so just bear with me. Code Red. It's the 1940s, and you're in Knoxville, Tennessee, having trouble getting your preferred soda to mix with liquor. You need to invent something named after 19th century slang for whiskey, catchy enough that in 80 years' time, a young lady called Sabrina Carpenter will mention it in a song called Espresso. What do you call your product?
Pretty sure it's Mountain Dew, but
I feel very confident it's Mountain Dew, and I'm only offended that you didn't bring up Baja Blast at any point
I was
in the
about to say,
question.
Trevor and I went to a concert like a few weeks ago, and on the way home from the concert, we went to Taco Bell because Taco Bell's his like favorite food in the entire world, and we went through the drive-through, and I honestly ordered pretty bad. I got a bad thing, but Trevor proceeds to order like a 64-ounce Baja Blast Mountain Dew, and I was like, I don't think I've ever had Mountain Dew before. And he's like, you want to taste it? And he hands it to me. I take a sip, and I almost drove us off the road. I was like, this is the worst tasting thing I've ever. It tastes. I was like,
what?
What?
When Taco Bell sponsors us.
I was like, Trevor, what flavor? I said, Trevor, what
I think
flavor
you'd rather
is this?
eat those words than eat the Taco Bell, frankly.
I said, Trevor, what flavor is this? Trevor goes, nostalgia.
Never die.
I don't know the reference in the song Espresso. I don't know where it pops up in Espresso. I guess I don't know. I can't think of where it is. Yeah, but it's Mountain Dew is definitely right. The slang for whiskey for sure. But I feel good about Mountain Dew. So Mountain Pose, I guess is the pose. So we're missing a specific type of venomous snake. We're missing the fifth row of what? And we're missing a specific type of tree. But I think we have all the other ones. Trevor, where do you want to start?
I do feel pretty good about King Cobra. The 14641 is gonna really hang me up.
I do think it's a math thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. My first guess was Pascal's triangle. Pascal's triangle starts with a 1 in the first row, because it's described by rows, and then it goes 1, 2, 1, and then it goes 1, 3, 3, 1, right? Because you add the 2 above. I need to write this down. It goes 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6. Oh yeah, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Wait, but isn't it the fourth row? Wait, did I skip?
No, that's what I'm seeing as well. I'm just checking.
I think it's the fourth row.
It's not the fourth row. What have you got as your first row?
1.
And what's your second row?
1, 2, 1.
But that's not how a triangle works. It doesn't go from 1 to 3. There needs to be
1, 1.
Goes 1, 1.
It goes 1 to 1, 1. I see.
Yeah.
I understand.
There we go.
But Pascal's triangle, I feel pretty good about that.
Triangle
I can get a
pose.
math question every now and again. You know, I might not work in material sciences like Trevor does, but I can get a math question every now and then.
Don't mention one of the trigger words. You're going to set him off.
Okay, and now the tree. I don't have a guess on the tree. I was gonna say fig tree just because like that. I feel like it pops up in mythology a lot, but I don't have a.
I think that's definitely a good guess. Is that a better guess than like a willow tree? I'm trying to think about what trees would cross those geographies, because you've got Southeast Asia, you've got the Mediterranean, and then
then you have wherever Sylvia Plath is from.
sorry, Plathites. sorry to all of our listeners who are huge Sylvia Plath stans.
Wait, sorry. Do you not know where Sylvia Plath is from? She's from your country.
Okay, a lot of people are from our country. All right.
Yeah,
Plath is an unusual surname.
You guys have Simon Cowell and Ricky Gervais and nobody else.
And Stephen Fry.
Yeah. And that's the spectrum. That's the spectrum of like nice to nasty. You know, it's like Stephen Fry's really nice. Simon Cowell's horrible. Ricky Gervais depends who you are.
Oh man, for sure. Fighting.
Okay, willow tree. You want to go with? I'm not confident at all.
I know.
I could take or leave my guess.
I know.
But if I'm right, and you're wrong, then I'm gonna rub it in your face. So let's go willow. Let's go willow tree.
Then I have to do crow pose here on the bonus DVD set.
You have to eat crow pose.
Yeah, no. No, no, no. On the bonus DVD set, it's just like a yoga workout with Trevor guiding you, just like in full like 80s workout gear, like a proper full yoga workout.
But he doesn't even know the poses, so it's just Trevor guessing
Oh
what the
my
poses
god,
are.
incredible! I just make the
Trevor's like,
poses up
I
as I
think
go.
this is what a mountain pose
And we just
is.
we and we it's Graham, it's you and me just throwing random words at Trevor, and he has to try and figure out what that would look like.
Pigeon pose. Just
It's more of a chicken. It's more of a chicken pose. All right. I don't. Trevor, what do you think?
um. uh, in light of the
Of my
stakes that
threat?
have now been measured, yeah, in light of the threat, I will stick to my guns. Let's go elm. Let's go willow.
Okay.
It's gonna be fig. Ah, but his whole thing is that he's starving. I'm talking about the Buddha. He's like giving up. He can't. He's not gonna be able to do that if figs are falling around him. He's not gonna be able to turn down food. Yeah, let's
All
go.
right. Willow tree. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I
and
Sure.
hate
then
it.
and then what? Sorry, what are you logging for your answer for the venomous snake?
I think King Cobra is right.
I think King Cobra.
Okay, so I have all your answers logged. There were 9 questions, and obviously 2 points for the 2 bonus points for the theme. So 11 possible points. You guys got 10.5. The,
Oh,
the,
what
cor-
kind of tree
the
was it?
it is a fig tree.
No! I'm ruined. I'm ruined. Oh no. I
Unbelievable.
can't believe you've done this. Oh, this is
Can't believe you've done
absolutely
this.
brutal. Big
Unbelievable.
tree. Buddha.
Unbelievable.
Mythology. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Just
yeah.
deserve this.
you disgust me.
I deserve this. All right. To those who follow Evil Trivia on Instagram, we'll be launching some impromptu yoga poses on you without any context as an invite to the Patreon.
But
Uh,
also for the week after this podcast is released, you have complete permission whenever you see Trevor to throw a fig at him.
Yes. I like that. Honestly, of the things to throw at Trevor, one of the softer and more delicious things.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
gosh,
Fig
yeah,
tree.
guys,
big tree.
I should have been
You should have been more confident.
I should have been more confident. It's all my
other
fault.
other than that, though, you guys nailed it. You did a great job. I mean, that is so early to get the theme. I wrote this. I thought this was a fun theme. There are
Hmm.
lots of possible poses. I ruled
Yeah.
out a few of them because I felt that like plank I didn't want to do. Some of them were hard to do,
Hmm.
like downward dog. You can't just say dog. You'd have to do downward dog.
Yeah.
And I didn't really. There's nothing with downward dog. Child's pose was an iffy one where I was like, can I do just child? But I felt that was unfair. I wanted to do child apostrophe s, which I guess you could do as like Child's Play is a movie about
Child's Play with Chucky.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah. So we could throw that one in there. I didn't write it, but I thought about that. So we could
I think what
debate
you
them.
have is good.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
great.
I've got 9. There's loads of other poses that could fit, but I tried to pick ones that were well known enough, and clearly that bore out because you guys knew them within 5, which is great.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
it shouldn't be too
That was
difficult.
great.
Going through the questions one by one. So bridge, first one, bridge. It was fun for me to think of the way to describe it with dummies and rubbers and playing with your partner opposite you, which is good. Graham, you're absolutely right. So bridge is based on whist. So whist is the basic version of the game, which is
Whist.
like, yeah, whist is the basic one, very very old. That's like hundreds of years old. And with that one, you just spades are always trumps, and then you just win as many as you can. And then there's a bunch of offshoots from that, like hearts is one, Slippery Ann is one, Misere is one, and Bridge is one. And Bridge ended up becoming probably the most popular of them. And Bridge is the only one of those ones where you play in teams. So with Hearts and with Whist and all that, it's all solo. But with Bridge, you're playing with the person opposite you. Um, and it was so popular in the 1940s. There was a survey done. 44% of US households played Bridge. So almost half of the entire country was into Bridge. I mean, that's huge. It's insane for popularity for a game.
That's incredible.
And
It's like the HQ trivia of the 1940s.
exactly. It's also fascinating as a game because the gameplay itself is pretty straightforward, like Whist. but it's the bidding where's the kind of the complicated bit of the game. And in the bidding, there's
Mm-hmm.
a sort of language where you're trying to communicate to your partner what your strongest suit is, but also how strong it is and which one are you paired in. But you're doing it while the other team is also going back and forth. The bids will be like one spade, two diamonds, three clubs, three hearts, whatever, going round in order. It's an interesting language to pick up. It's a fun game. It's nice to play
There's
with someone.
there's a wonderful Matt Parker video, that
Mm-hmm.
I won't just recount, because you should just go watch this video.
Friend of the
But
show.
there was the friend of the show, Matt Parker. I do have a signed book from him, so we could call him a friend of the show. He's aware of my name because he wrote it down in a book 2 years ago. Um, so I guess in bridge you were saying like strong suit, and the story would probably be better if I actually know how to play it. But you're trying to get like the entirety of a suit or something like that, or like your
Mm-hmm.
hand is really good if you get the entirety of a suit. There was four people at like an old folks home in England in like 2015. I'm gonna get all the
Mm-hmm.
details wrong, but
Perfect.
they dealt the cards and they all looked and they all had perfect hands. They after shuffling, and they like got him like the local paper and they like swear that they didn't cheat or anything like that. um and it brought up this really interesting story from Matt Parker of like, okay, this is obviously something weird happened because the odds of this are so
Mm-hmm.
incredibly low. um Everybody knows the fun facts about all the different permutations of playing cards and stuff like that, and for it to get, and I think it
So
was like even
you
in
should say
order.
you should say for people who don't know what the fun fact about that permutation is.
There are more ways to shuffle a deck of cards. Like there are more permutations of
Mm-hmm.
deck of cards than seconds since the Big Bang. Big Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's another fun way to do it. It's like you could every second take a grain of sand off of a beach on the world. When you finish doing that, then it's like put a drop of water on the moon. And then keep doing that until all of the oceans are on the moon. It's like something crazy like that, and you
Mm-hmm.
still would be like a third of the way through. But it brought up this really interesting thing with Matt Parker because he's like, okay, let's assume they just got like a totally unshuffled deck and then shuffled it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is there a way to shuffle it to lead to a perfect bridge deal? And yes, he found out. So there's a thing called a Faro shuffle. I think it's Faro. Um, and if you shuffle it in a way where every single card goes like, if you have an A stack and a B stack, it goes A B A B A B A B all the way down. If you shuffle it, I think it was like 4 or 5 times, and then deal out to four people in the correct order, then it does actually lead to it. And he was saying that with some practice, you can actually like be quite good at doing a Faro shuffle. So his whole
Mm-hmm.
hypothesis is that they opened a brand new deck and the person shuffling just happened to do 5 straight Pharaoh shuffles, which was way more likely than them actually ending up with
Mm-hmm.
perfect bridge hands. Great
Accidentally.
video. Go watch it, even though I just basically told the entire story of the first like 4 minutes of the video, but he gets into some really interesting math about shuffling cards.
Yeah, I have heard stories of people getting perfect hands where each player has one suit. I don't know that there
Mm-hmm.
are any fully verified claims. I think the other thing about the Faro Shuffle is that if you did it 8 times, you'd get back
Mm-hmm.
to the order at the beginning or
Unshuffled.
something like that. There's a
It
certain
would be
number of times
unshuffled.
you go through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
maybe
Very
that was
cool.
it. Maybe they did it 8 times. I can't remember the exact number. But yeah, it was like he like figured out like, and then he like did more math about like, okay, if you did it this many times and you went to play this other game, it's a great video.
Oh, I love
Very
that.
cool.
I will say also, just for reference for people who are wondering about the question, the dummy in question is
Mm-hmm.
because whoever wins the bidding in bridge, the person they're playing with, their teammate, becomes the dummy for that round, which means they put all their hand on the table for everyone to see. And then
Ooh.
the person who won the bidding plays both their own hand and the dummy's hand for that round. So
Wow.
that's a permutation. One of the
That's very
interesting
cool.
permutations of bridge. And then the rubbers involved. Rubbers is just like you know how in tennis you have games, sets, matches.
Mm-hmm.
In bridge, rubbers are kind of like the sets of bridge. So you have
Got
games,
it.
and then you have rubbers, and then So
Very
that's
cool.
just that. Yeah. So that's bridge. Number two, the Dickin Medal. Fascinating stuff here. So the Dickin Medal basically was awarded for animals in combat. It was awarded
Cool.
between 1943 and 49. It was sponsored initially by a animal charity in the UK to recognize some of these animals that were being used in war. And then it was revived in 2000, and it's been going since 2000. I think they do it every year. In the 43 to 49 and from 2000 onwards, it's been given to 32 pigeons, 18 dogs, 3 horses, and a ship's cat, which is quite cute. Um, I will tell you, there are some amazing animals in there. A couple of them off the top of
Cool.
my head. So there's one called G.I. Joe Pigeon, who was this American pigeon, unbelievable, amazing pigeon. He was, he was an American one, and they loved him. He saved 100 lives because basically what happens. This is a great
Mm,
story where the Americans were deciding they were going to go and invade German position. I think it was German, but anyway, Axis
mm,
position, and and then they were like, oh no, we can't do it, we can't do it. We're going to just have air support come and bomb them first. And
right.
then they actually managed to go and succeed, but they were like, oh shit, the air support's still going to come and bomb us. They're going to bomb us. They had to send this pigeon to tell them, don't bomb the area because we've taken it over. And the pigeon arrived just before the planes took off.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
incredible.
He flew 20 miles in 20 minutes, which is, isn't that
60 miles an
wild?
hour.
60 miles an hour for a pigeon, just
Wow.
just as the plane. So over 100 men were saved, which is amazing. There was Kenley Lass. Kenley Lass was another pigeon who made 300 miles back home in less than 7 hours, which is crazy. I mean, how did 300 miles in 7 hours? It was the
A
It's
first
pigeon's
insane.
pigeon,
real quick. A pigeon's top speed is 90 miles an hour.
right?
That is
This
insane.
They're
Yeah,
insane.
well, it depends how much gunpowder you use and how long the cannons, like, you know.
But it's got a
Ken,
coconut lash to it.
yes, exactly. Kenley Lass was the first pigeon to deliver intelligence from an agent in enemy-occupied France, which is really cool too. So they had them behind enemy lines. In fact, there was one called Mary of Exeter who got the award because she was from behind enemy lines. She was delivering back to England, and she got attacked by German war hawks because the Germans had hawks that would attack the carrier pigeons. She got attacked by hawks but survived, and despite having like blood and a bruised wing and everything, she still made it to deliver the thing to
My
Holy
London.
God.
shit.
Yeah. And then another one, just a little mention for Rob, the dog. So a couple of dogs have won it, and Rob won it because he did 20 parachuting missions. Isn't that amazing?
He had to have such a blast.
How
Like if
does he
you're a
pull
trained
how does he
dog,
pull the ripcord without opposable thumbs?
With the mouth, just like. But yeah,
it's
20,
attached to
20
his tail,
parachuting
and
missions.
he spins around in the air until he catches his tail, then the parachute goes.
Do you think the dog is like generally aware of like the dog? You think the dog's like in the plane is like I'm about to jump out of like? Do you think
Not the
the
first
dog?
time, but maybe after that.
Oh shit! I was wondering. I
uh,
was thinking to myself about the pigeons. How do you compel a pigeon to like? I understand the concept of how they get from A to B. A to B, A to B, A to B. How do you compel the pigeon to understand you got to book ass on your way back? Like you got to haul to get back. I'm worried that the sort of unsung hero in these combat pigeon scenarios is that they're like doping the pigeons up. They're like giving the pigeons cocaine or something and then
I
sending
was
them
about to
off, and
say
the
it's
pigeons are just
probably a lot of cocaine.
I mean, it's possible. And also, but actually, it's funny that you mentioned pigeons and drugs because there are theories that that there are people now are going who are doing drug smuggling where they attach it to pigeons going across borders,
for
which is
sure.
really cool. Yeah, it's like instead of doing drones, which can be tracked and everything and
Hmm.
taken out with EMPs, you can just give it to a pigeon and take it across. So they're still being used. It's amazing that this old method is now being
Pigeon
renewed.
I
mules.
like the idea that to get the pigeon to go fast though, you're not using drugs. You like sit the pigeon down. And you're like, okay, look.
Listen here, buddy.
You're like, look at me. We're gonna be fucked if we don't haul ass. Hey, look at me. This is very,
Which
very
which eye
important.
are we looking at? Which eye? Where are you going? That way. That way. Oh
So you
my
have to be
gosh.
really
Yeah.
persuasive to the pigeon.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, really, credit needs to go to the pigeon trainers, I suppose, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're not getting any awards. So number
So I
three.
like that sorry, not to keep, we're going to belabor this
We're
point. We're going to have
this
20
whole
minutes on the
thing is
messenger
pigeons.
pigeons. But also it's like the pigeons are smart enough to obviously like go across enemy lines and stuff and deliver messages and understand speed and everything like that. But do you think that they like are awarded the medal and they're like, you're goddamn right? Like, yeah, I earned this medal. Are they? You think they're aware on that level that they've won an award? Do you think they're doing it for the award? Like, hey, if you get there in 20 minutes, we'll give you a medal for this.
Only the pigeons know. You should ask. Go out You're in New York. Go out and talk to some pigeons and be like, "Did your ancestors do it just for the clout?" That's what you got to ask them.
This is a great time to remind everyone, go out and take care of the veterans in your life.
And have the veterinarians take care of the pigeon
Oh
veterans.
no.
That's true. Wait, so the people who take the people who take care of the pigeons that were used in the war are vets, which is brilliant.
Yes, exactly. They're
Yeah,
vet vets.
I love that.
I
I love
And if
hate
that.
you have
all
to
of this.
make sure that they're okay, you have to vet the vet.
I hate this so much.
Okay, before we go on further, let's go on to question three. God, we're only on question three. Okay,
Three.
question three was about the fig tree. So Siddhartha Gautama, of course, as you know, is Buddha. Sat down basically with the determination he wouldn't get up until full awakening had been achieved, like reaching nirvana. It was under a fig tree. I think the fig tree he was under was not a fruit-producing fig tree, but like a sacred fig tree, ornamental fig tree, which might not have had fruit or the same type of edible fruit. I'm not totally sure. It's not incredibly clear, but I think there's a possibility. Odysseus, Charybdis. You guys know what Charybdis is?
That's not the Polyphemus is the Cyclops. Is Charybdis like a ocean monster? Like is a
Absolutely.
serpent or
No, Charybdis is basically, it's never really described fully, but the implication is that Charybdis is a sea swallowing monster. So Charybdis is kind of like under the sea and every now and then swallows a bunch of sea. In other words, creates whirlpools. I think in some of the mythology, it's even just described as a big whirlpool. It's not even an animal at all. So Odysseus and his men, they go past it once because you have to be between Charybdis and Scylla, which is the other monster, the man-eating monster. They go through it as a ship once, and then he's on a raft by himself, and he comes back. By this point, all the men are dead. He comes back, and at that point, the raft is sucked in. He clings onto the fig tree, and then by the time the whirlpool abates a little bit, the raft comes out, and he jumps on it, and off he goes again. Number 4, the Philly Warriors. So you knew this one. I mean, maybe I should have made it tougher because I knew that you were going to answer it. But yeah. Wilt Chamberlain. So they were the Philly Warriors for 2 years. Then they moved. So I mean, 2 years after he joined. Obviously, they were there for a bit longer, and then he joined. They were the Philly Warriors for 2 more years. Then they schlep across and they become the San Francisco Warriors first, and then Golden State Warriors. There's a bunch of teams that have moved location. Do you guys know what the most recent change in location was for an NBA team?
I mean, last one
the
Yeah.
most
So
recently added? Was it
most recently,
Charlotte?
no, the most recently moved.
relocated.
Well, I'm trying to think because like there was the Jazz, right, who were moved, and they're called the Jazz because they were moved from New Orleans. There's the Pelicans, which I think was just new team. There's the Hornets, which are relatively new.
So the Pelicans, interesting. This is worth talking about. The Pelicans were because the original Charlotte Hornets moved to New Orleans in 2002, became the New Orleans Hornets, and then they changed to become the Pelicans. They changed their name in 20, I think, 13. And at that point, there was a new team in Charlotte that then were like, oh, we're going to use the old name, the Hornets, and then they popped up as the Hornets.
Very confusing.
Yeah, very confusing.
Is that the right answer though? Is that the newest team?
No. So the newest teams to change location. So
Wait, don't tell me. Give me a hint.
Okay, so there's kind of two answers for
Bonus
this.
10th question.
One of them is a team that was temporarily relocated from between 1995 and 2020, and only no, sorry, let me just check that. Yeah, so hold that thought. Hold that thought.
We're
No,
holding.
sorry, they
It's
relocated
giving
for
you time.
one. Yeah, seems like they relocated for. Well, anyway, the one I've got here, one of the answers I've got here, I'll just say this, is the Toronto Raptors
Mhm.
relocated to Tampa for like a year, I guess, 2020 to 2021, but that might have been COVID related. But
Oh well, yeah. Every
yeah,
every
Sure.
team played in the bubble in
okay, but weirdly it's
Orlando.
listed here as only them. Anyway, whatever. But the real answer, I won't tell you the real answer. We can cut that last out. So the answer I won't tell you. It's actually quite close to home for you.
Oh, because they moved from New Jersey to Brooklyn.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets were only from since 2012. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So they were the last ones. Before that, it was the
Jay Z moving the Nets to BK.
exactly. Before that, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder. But
I
yeah, so
have a
all
Wilt.
these. Yeah.
Sorry, I was
No,
gonna say
no.
I have a Wilt Chamberlain timing thing because I was like he was a Sixer at one point, so he started on the Pittsburgh Raiders, then went to the Quakertown Phase, was a Harlem Globetrotter for a year, which I
Yeah,
didn't know,
I was gonna bring that up.
I knew
Yeah,
that
it's
about. Yeah.
amazing.
and then went to the Warriors for 6 years, but then came back to Philly for 3 years as part of the Sixers. So I was like, okay, he was a Sixer, but it was after he went Philly Warriors, San Francisco Warriors, Philly Sixers.
Yeah. He was amazing. I
And
was
a
going to bring up
partridge in a
the
pear tree.
Partridge in the Pear Tree. He was amazing. I was going to bring up the Harlem Globetrotters. He played for them because he was coming to the end of college, but he couldn't at that point join professionally, and so he played for the Harlem Globetrotters for a
Mm,
year. And apparently, he loved it because there was no pressure. He didn't have to break records. He didn't have
it
angry
was just
fans.
fun,
Yeah, it was just entertainment.
just goofing
Um,
around.
yeah, he was amazing though. He has 72 NBA records he still holds. Obviously, 100 points in a single game is like the big one.
Mm.
He also never fouled out, which is kind of amazing. Never
Hmm.
once fouled out.
Were the
And
rules different? Was there no fouling out during his time?
I think there
That's
was fouling
that's
out
one
at
of
Oh,
those
there
him.
tough
was,
questions. There
yeah.
was.
Yeah. The other thing I didn't know about him was so he was a poor free throw shooter, which I think I did know. But because he had the ability to dunk from the foul line, the rule that you cannot move your feet beyond the line is because of Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, that's incredible.
yeah. Let's move on.
And you mentioned his 100-point game. Sorry, I
Yeah,
was
that's the big
reading
one,
his
right?
Wikipedia
No, you're
page.
right. That is
Mm.
that is the big one, the 100 point game.
Yeah.
The only person to ever have a 100 point game. But there's no footage of it. Only
I
radio.
think that's gonna get broken. By the way, they're like
Mm.
I it's not going to be an easy record to break, but I do think because Devin Booker hit 70. Like I think it's going to happen.
That's funny
Like
because I really don't. I think that the standards of basketball are different now, and I would be wildly surprised if you'd get anywhere over 100.
I think you could get it in like an overtime like close game
Mm.
with like a I think we're gonna get there. Like there are lists of what are the unbreakable records in sports. Like the one
Hmm.
that usually comes up the most is the DiMaggio hitting streak at 60 game. I forgot what the exact number is, but like games in a row with recording a hit. Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point record gets brought up. I think that one's doable. Like
I mean,
it's
the
gonna be
next
tough, but I
highest
think
is
it's doable.
81 points by Kobe Bryant. That's a
I
long
think
way off.
but like think about it. They play 82 games a year. There's just like there's so many like bites at the apple, and in recent years there've been players like getting like casually over like 50 in a game. Like Joel Embiid had a stretch where he was like
Mm.
averaging 50 for like 10 games in a row. Like and if more of those threes went in and stuff, you get a lot closer. I think it's going to happen. You know what?
Okay.
Maybe it'll even happen before the next episode comes out, and everyone's
We're
gonna
all
get
gonna
to
look
look
like
back at this
idiots.
conversation.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first. There you go. Um, I'll move us on. Question 5. This is America. Jim Crow. Yeah, Jim Crow being this kind of caricature from minstrel shows that then became the term for Jim Crow laws, Jim Crow era, and then of course Childish Gambino uses that in the brilliant music video.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but I feel like a lot of people know the term Jim Crow laws and have no idea who Jim Crow is or was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It took me a second because I was like, I guess I part of my brain like didn't associate with like the minstrel show thing, And that's why I went to Dream Songs. But
Hmm.
yeah, like the era thing is what got me there. I was like, okay, oh, the Jim Crow South. That's a character. That's like a character.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Very childish
Um,
Gambino.
very. Yeah.
Before we move off on that, or do you have
Yeah.
more to say about?
No, please.
Before we move off of that, just a quick shout out. One of my favorite sort of bits of unusual coincidence. If you go on YouTube and you look up "This Is America" mashup with "Call Me Maybe," the intro audio to "Call Me Maybe" over the "This Is America" video for in a not insignificant amount of time. Obviously, the four on the floor, standard beat is there, but there's also something about his choreography that fits beautifully. It fits absolutely beautifully. Highly recommend. I'm gonna go look it up
Amazing.
after this episode.
I'm also going to go look that up. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Um, so the King Cobra was the next one. You guys got that eventually. But Cobra, obviously, King Cobra, 19 feet. I mean, can you just imagine? Like, I feel like we associate that kind of length with, anacondas, boa constrictors, like
Hmm.
all the squeezy
Sharks.
ones. But
Boats.
a cobra, yeah, but yeah, sure, yeah. Wilt
King
Chamberlain,
Cobra.
you know, but yeah, no, I mean, 19 feet, it's enormous, enormous for a king cobra. Do either of you know what they most often eat? What their chief prey is?
Wasn't
Eggs,
it
right?
like mice?
Oh, mice,
It's
yeah.
a, it's actually other snakes, including their own kind. They chiefly hunt other snakes.
Is that where like the Ouroboros thing comes from, where it's like they eat their own tail because they think it's like another snake?
Oh, maybe. I actually don't know. That's a good question. I actually don't know. Um, yeah, it's so they're absolutely terrifying, and thankfully they are mostly in India, Southeast Asia, southern China, that area. So not anywhere near me.
Sorry to our listeners who are there.
Sorry, yeah, listener. Do we have a listener there? Not yet,
Listener,
but we will. We
check the
will.
stats. We will.
We're
We will.
going
Yeah.
global.
We're going
Um,
international.
pa Pascal's triangle. So I guess you were maybe less familiar with triangle as a pose, but it's where you have your legs apart. You put one hand on one leg, and then you lift one hand up.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
That.
I can picture it now.
But yeah, Pascal's triangle. Obviously, you got that. That's 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 3 3 1. That's all powers of 11.
Mm,
11 to the 0, 11 to the 1, 11 squared, 11 cubed. All of that. Little
very
little bit of math. We had to throw some maths in there, you know.
have to. Love some good.
Yeah. But for once, Graham got it. You know, go Graham.
He sure did. He sure did.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Although to be fair, I
Yeah, he
think
did.
I think I think Graham's pretty mathy too because he's the one who does all our puzzles, so he's good with the numbers. I feel like Graham
He
is the
is. He's good
maths
with the numbers.
and Trevor is the science, and I am neither. So I'm quite happy that I don't.
You're the personality hire.
Yeah, so I'm the face. I'm the face of the operation. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh
There we go.
yeah.
This is
Sure
why we
thing.
have 5 listeners.
I'm the face of our audio. No, I'm the face of our audio only
Yeah.
podcast. Okay, so
He is a face for podcasting.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Then we had White Lotus. Yeah, you were absolutely right. So that one character, Gary, I can't remember the actor's name now, but he's something Greer. He's in all 3 seasons. He's minorly in season 1 and then slightly bigger in 2 and 3. Other than that, they have very few recurring characters. A couple of people turn up in more than 2 seasons out of 3, but mostly fresh cast every season. Because that's kind of the point. And then I think they're doing another season. They're talking about maybe Europe again, although I personally would love to see them do a safari season. That could be really interesting. So if any of the people from White Lotus, Mike White, if you're listening to this, please do it. Please do a safari season.
Do it for us.
They should do one in South Jersey, like near where I grew up. They should do one like a suburban White Lotus that takes
What
place.
what is the like big holiday destination in South Jersey?
Well, I grew up far from the beach, so I would say the beach, but like in the place like where I grew up, fucking nothing. It's like suburb as far as the eye can see. There's like farms and suburbs. There's a water park that's not far from where I grew up, but it's like the saddest water park you've ever seen in your entire life. So maybe that.
They should do
Honestly.
that. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Honestly, a water park themed White Lotus. would be brilliant. And so someone just gets murdered on a slide, you know? Because
Right,
every
exactly.
season someone dies, right? So there's someone dies on the slide. Yeah.
Every intense conversation takes place on a lazy river.
Actually, I kind of love that. That's actually a really good idea. Like the drama of like being on this really slow moving lazy river while the most intense argument is being had, or like a high stakes chase on a lazy river would be brilliant.
Incredible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can pitch that to Mike White. And then question 9, the bonus question was Mountain Dew, which I told you kind of all my good facts about. Oh, the Sabrina Carpenter. So in the lyrics to Espresso, there's a bit. I think it's kind of like a bridge where she's like, "Yeah, you know, I Mountain Dew it for you," is the lyric.
Come on, Sabrina, you can do better than that.
Come on, Sabrina's writer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for the record, Sabrina Carpenter is one of the great songwriters and singers of our generation. And I'm not only saying
Sabrina,
that,
if you're listening,
if you're listening,
Sabrina,
to Sabrina,
come on the pod.
Come on the podcast and also go on a date with me.
collab.
But that's not why I'm saying that. Yeah. I mean, listen, shoot your shot, right? Shoot your shot.
I liked the Code Red. I'm only noticing that now. The Code Red.
Oh,
intro.
okay. So yeah, I thought that was fun to sprinkle in the Code Red thing. I didn't really have a sense of like how easily people were going to get the Mountain Dew question because I didn't grow up with it. It wasn't a thing in the UK. They never really succeeded. It is sold here, but it was never
It's disgusting. Sorry if you're listening, Mountain Dew CEO.
Whoa, shots fired. The hottest take disgusting. On evil trivia so far.
Really? Wow, that's the hardest take. Yeah, Trevor loves it. Trevor loves it.
Trevor loves it. Edit it out.
Yeah,
Trevor's Baja Blast.
Yeah.
I was like, are you sure you didn't get this like from the antifreeze, like from the engine? This is absolutely disgusting.
Pure syrup.
Mountain Dew, by the way, when it was last measured in 2010, it accounted for 80% of citrus soft drink sales in the US. So it's really cornered that particular market.
Wow. Would that include like a 7-Up and a Sprite?
I think so.
Because Sprite, that's so interesting because I feel like Sprite is more ubiquitous, like more drank than Mountain Dew. But
Mountain Dew, I think, is like the leading soft drink brand in multiple Midwestern states.
Isn't Sprite caffeine free? Ooh, maybe I'm totally jumping out there on something. I think the deal with Mountain Dew is the caffeine content. It's for gamers.
Oh, there's a lot of caffeine.
It's for gamers all around the world.
Fuel.
Yeah, Sprite doesn't have any caffeine in it, so it's not as
and you know that
it's not as easily boofable.
Not as effective. It's just that's just a lavage.
Okay.
Edit.
We need to wrap.
Well, that's everything I've got. So before we end, so this round, I think the theme solid. There's loads of other options, so we can also think about if we wanted to throw in some other poses. If you guys can think of any really well-known poses that we didn't include. Otherwise, we've got 9
Eiffel
questions.
Tower.
So, oh yes, the Eiffel Tower. Is that yoga? I feel like I know that from somewhere else.
Oh, interesting. All right,
I'm not sure.
Come back to
anyway,
I'll do some research. Don't Google that at home.
Yeah, that's the pose where you, like with bridge, you play with your partner opposite you, right? And yeah,
and one of you are a dummy.
There is a dummy involved, and hopefully rubbers.
This episode's never gonna go
out. Sorry. Hold on a second. Sorry. If we're gonna get sponsored by anyone, it's surely gonna be some condom company because, firstly, we're making jokes like that, but secondly, because of Trevor being in rubber, like surely we're getting sponsored by fucking
and they'll
Trojan.
say. And they'll say, make sure you wear protection so you don't end up with kids like these 3.
Walking prophylactics.
Right. Well, from 3 walking ads for why you should always wear a condom. Thanks everyone for listening, and thank you, Graham and Trevor, for taking part in this round. You guys absolutely nailed it. So impressive. Thanks everyone for listening. Again, go to patreon.com/evil trivia. You can find a bunch of other rounds as well as this round there, and a bunch of other content. Come and visit us in person in New York every Tuesday night. Otherwise, we will see you next podcast.
Thank you, Leo. Great round.
Great round, Leo.